5-0 Stanford looking to stay perfect. Virginia trying to move back to 500 after they took down a top 5 Notre Dame team over the weekend up in South Bend. Here we go, let's have some fun. And the opening draw will be controlled by the Cardinal via the whistle.
There was a violation there against Gallica. They said she didn't fully go up with the most.
And she draws the whistle in the first 8-meter of this afternoon.
And that will be a 3-second violation against Virginia.
Coach LaMonica looks on, the third-year head coach of the Hoos. And watches her team now needs to defend on the 8-meter free position. Shot there, and this one's in. Cardinal first on the board. They convert on the free position. It's Lindsay Dever.
Great job there by Dever on that free position. She took the one step and then she actually dropped her hand for the sidearm shot. You're gonna see it on this replay. She's able to get it right past Virginia's keeper, Fennell. And Fennell just not able to get her stick in time as she had to come across. Stanford has such a disciplined defense. They really make it difficult to get a shot off. They've had multiple shot clock violations so far this season, and just like that, they're able to turn around into a goal.
How about Lindsay Dever once again? By the number 8, Mallory Hasselbeck on the near side, stepping into it. And just rifling it near side, netting the goal, 2-0 Cardinal. And the transition has been so big, as Coach Spencer and Coach LaMonica talked about. It really started with Pearson into transition, and Hasselbeck finished.
You're exactly right, Brandon. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to see this shot from Virginia, this save, and Stanford right away is going to take that save and turn it into a transition goal from Hasselbeck. And this is something that LaMonica said they have to be aware of when facing Stanford. Their bread and butter is transition.
Arceri. Goal line extended, finds a cutter, Dever takes the shot and scores. How about Lindsay Dever, give and go into the back of the net, 3-0 Cardinal.
Just great execution there by Dever. The give and go, we're gonna see a look on it just in a second. You see, she sends it down low. She catches her defender watching the ball at X. She cuts in wide open in the 8-meter, completes the pass, the quick shot, and she gets it right past Fennell.
Second goal of the afternoon for Lindsay Dever, and someone that is happy with that, but the head coach. Forcing the turnover now, trying to get something with this Cardinal offense. It's Oki who feeds it. One more pass, gets it on over to Lawson. 5 shots for the Cardinal, 3 of which going for goals so far. Finds the cutter and cashing in on the goal. It's Annabelle Frist. Catch and shoot. Cardinal lead 4-0.
Just phenomenal job by Frist right there, cutting in. It catches the ball through traffic. She had 2 defenders on her when that ball was fed in, and just a great job to finish off that shot.
Bullet pass, and Annabelle Frist caps it off. The number 2 team in the country's rolling, 4-0 Cardinal at our first media break. 2 for 2 on her free positions this season.
It looked like Riley Bouveve was going to get another cause turnover, but Alamo stayed with it, got the ground ball, and now Virginia finds himself on the 8-meter for a free position shot.
Addie Foster steps into it, rifles a shot, top corner, and scores.
Addie Foster takes advantage of, rifled it to that top right corner. A phenomenal placement, and she is fired up after that one. The power she uses behind that shot with the step and just launches it top right corner. Virginia now on the board.
Takes sole possession of the team's lead in goals with her 11th of the season. The local Charlottesville product just down the road. Poliski. Just whiffing on that one. Instead, it's kind of a pass on it. Could have been chaos, but the Cardinal able to maintain the possession. Hasselbeck. Finds the cutter, and this one through some traffic. Virginia able to break it up. It was Kaloji who got a stick on her. Regroup, second chance, converting. Aaliyah Poliski strikes for her first of the afternoon. And X dodging her way on Conti. There's Arceri. Kind of that quarterback at X for the Cardinal. Shot there, sniping that top corner. Poliski once again. Man, Aaliyah Poliski, she's tough to contain, and she's got her second on the afternoon.
One thing her head coach said is that teams have to honor her. She is such a dangerous threat, and right there it shows exactly why. She comes across, finds herself actually open, just fires that one, top shelf, gets through a traffic of Virginia defenders, and is able to capitalize on the opportunity. And Brady, what was so good about that play is her IQ, quick with passing, actually slowing down the tempo just a little bit. But a great feed inside, and there's another goal for Stanford. Braden, they're feeding, and the connection they've seen from X to the 8-meter and the shot, it has been phenomenal all game.
Lexi Rodell brings that one home, the sophomore, striking for her 7th of the season. And this Stanford offense just keeps on rolling, Alexa.
We're going to see that feed from X to Rodell. Rodell, she jumps up to make the catch. Great job at seeing that ball's a little high, and she finishes it off with a goal. Just phenomenal.
Win their 3rd straight after starting the year 0-3. Who's made that change at the goaltender position? Brought in Elise Fennell. Going right up Broadway on the offensive end, and tucking it home is Jenna Dinardo.
Dinardo, great job as she came around the 8-meter. She caught the ball. She hesitated for just a second to catch her defender off guard, able to find the inside step, the shot, and the goal for Dinardo. You see how she just gets in front of those 2 defenders, 2 quick cradles, and a low shot to solidify the goal.
Went up Broadway on that one, and the junior out of Corning, New York, strikes for... Finds a cutter, Prosper. Bullet pass there, received by Dever, and she puts it home. Through the hats off, a hat trick for Lindsay Dever here in the first half, and the Cardinal lead 9-2.
Lindsay Dever has done such a great job of finding those open gaps in Virginia's defense, cutting through the 8, and just capitalizing on her opportunities.
Well, how about the junior just cutting to the net, Poliski with the feed, and Lindsay Dever with a hat trick to give her Cardinal a 7-goal advantage. Top 20 tilt in Charlottesville. It's all Stanford in the early goals. Cardinal go back to work on the offense. Shot there and wrapping it in for the goal. Stanford keeps on rolling on the offense. Ava Arceri engineering it from X.
I don't know how much of an angle Arceri even had on that shot. We're gonna take another look at it. She goes behind, she rolls around, gets her hand free, side arms the shot. Fennell didn't even have the opportunity to react. Just right off that goal line extended, and she's able.
Who's looking for an answer, trailing by 8. Dinardo at X, feeds it off to Alimo. Looks for a cutter, finds a cutter, and cashing in, Katie Flaherty.
That is what Virginia wants to see on every offensive possession. Finding those gaps in Stanford's zone defense. We're gonna take a look at that. Flaherty just able to catch the ball, quickly get the shot off. She had a defender right in front of her, but she's able to maneuver her stick just above, using her height, gets the shot off, and is able to find Virginia's 3rd goal of the night at any time in this game.
Looks for a cutter, finds a cutter shot, misfires high. It was Bouvier who took the attempts. 12 seconds, Hasselbeck steps into it. On the slide, pushed away. Point blank losing that one, and it's eventually just tipped in. I don't know how, but it got in. And Virginia trying to plead for the kick in, but instead it's going to be Hasselbeck who converts on it. Insanity in front of the goalie circle.
We're going to take a look at that play. We see the save on the 8-meter. It looked like Laverguerra just wanted to beat her defenders, wasn't able to get to. She loses the ball on the opposite end, though, and as both Stanford and Virginia are fighting for the ground ball, it looks like they're both trying to swat it over.
Toronto on the special teams unit for the Who's. Alimo at X. Dinardo finds a cutter, and this one's tipped in. Addie Foster swinging it like a baseball bat, hitting the home run, making it a 10-4 ball game.
That is the type of ball movement Virginia wants to see on attack. Just quickly moving that ball around. You're gonna see the quick feet inside. Addie Foster on the run, makes the catch, and like Braden said, just swoops that one right in past Pearson. And like I said, the ball movement by Virginia created that open cutter. Stanford has pressured from X.
Laverguerra. It's going to be fun to watch these women participate on the global scale in 2028, and this one's a goal. Going right on Broadway and tucking it in. Kate Gallagher right on cue.
Gallagher helped proving my argument. The threat she is on this field, and a great goal by her. You see her with the ball, uses her speed, gets in front of her defender, gets the defender on her back, and she is able to go essentially 1v1 against Pearson. The cradle, a fake down low, and the shot up high.
Back-to-back goals for the Who's, and Kate Gallagher converts. Laverguerra stepped into it, instead pulls it out. Has a cutter there. Dinardo met with some contact, intercepted, and the Cardinal hold their grounds.
It was a low pass inside to Dinardo. She tried to drop her stick and pick up the pass, just not able to control it. And now Stanford taking advantage of the transition.
Sending this one to the back of the net. Mallory Hasselbeck strikes again. The transition to the goal once again works for Stanford. 11-5 Cardinal lead.
And just like that, Stanford is able to shift the momentum all in their favor. This transition game is their bread and butter. We said it earlier in this game, just quickly move it upfield, the pass down low, the shot, and the goal. Gallagher's speed is incredible. I mean, she has just been sprinting up and down this field all game and has not once looked like she's missing a beat. But Stanford's defense does such a great job of collapsing on her and forcing her out of that 8-meter.
Shot there and netting a goal. Flaherty slams the stick with some authority. Who strike again?
Great job there by Flaherty. Cuts into the 8. She's
on it, back and forth, teetering around. Rifling a shot, Poliski with the exclamation mark. My, oh my, Cardinal transition just cannot be stopped.
Talk about a sequence of plays right there. Stanford's defense is able to force a stop and turnover. Stanford quickly transitioning up the shot from Poliski. I mean, she just takes that ball down low, drops her stick, and fires that one right past Pinnell. Stanford, like you said, Braden, your transition cannot be.
Flag is pulled out, advantage goes to the Cardinal. And you hear the whistle comes in. Another one of the rule changes this year, advantage given. They have a delayed whistle. That what was originally just blowing it dead last year. They let the Cardinal take the possession. They're unable to convert, and now an 8-meter free position awarded to Stanford.
That's right. Once a flag is thrown, if the team feels like they have the offensive advantage, they can take it, or they can get the 8-meter.
Shot there, and the Cardinal convert on the free position. Annabelle Frist strikes once again.
Annabelle Frist taking advantage, and just like that, we said Virginia seemed to have all the momentum, and 2 goals for the Cardinal, and they continue to power through this game. Frist takes 2 steps, the overhand shot, the power behind it, and she gets that ball past Fennell in.
The Virginia player goes early on it. False start on Gallica. And we'll do it again. Hasselbeck, 8 meters, one-on-one with Fennell. Bounces the shot and cashes in. Mallory Hasselbeck, her hat trick. And the Cardinal lead 14-6.
Hasselbeck adding to that hat trick group in this game. And what she did on this 8-meter was so smart. She took the 2-step, able to get the shot off before the stick came to try to deflect her shot. Goes high, ends with a low shot right past Fennell, and is able to find in Virginia's bench. It looked like one of the players was actually inside of the 8-meter. They needed to move outside for the 8-meter shot.
Great position there, shot, and sniping the corner for the goal. Madison Alimo converts.
Virginia finds their 7th goal of the day. That one comes from Alimo, and she just takes that 1 step on the 8-meter and slings that to the back of the net. You see the 1-2, the overhand shot. It looks like Stanford was actually able to get a stick on that shot, but the power she used to get that through both sticks finds the top of the net, and Alimo finds the 7th goal for Virginia.
Able to send it to the twine, and Alimo converts on the free position.
Stanford takes advantage.
8-meter opportunity, dodging to the cage and scoring. How about Jordan Case? She can get it done in the draw circle, get it done on the 8-meter, and the All-ACC third-team selection last year gives Stanford an 8-goal advantage.
Case gets her look at the 8-meter, runs in, beats her defender, the shot to the right post, and the goal for Stanford.
For break, along the far wing. Pass to the open player, one more to Arceri. Takes a move, leaps up and scores. Ava Arceri converts on the goal, and the Cardinal lead it 16-7.
We've seen a save by Pearson, which has led to a transition goal. How about a takeaway by Pearson that leads to a Stanford transition goal? Arceri, great job finishing off that play. The quick movement, pass across, down low, Arceri gets around her defender, the jump shot and the goal. Top of the cage, right past Fennell. The jump shot and the goal for Arceri.
All-ACC third.
Motion the opposite way. Virginia players confused, but it is going to stay with Virginia for the 8-meter.
So we'll do it again. Sofredo gets the whistle. Makes a move, shimmies her way to cage and scores. Peyton Sofredo cashing in on the free position. And the Cavaliers have their 8th.
Peyton Sofredo does a great job on this 8-meter. She initially tries to run in, it is cut off. She switches, goes outside the outside defender, able to get the high shot off. We're gonna see a closer look now. You see she's cut off. She moves around her defender, able to get her hand free and the high shot, and she cashes in a goal.
Actually on the lower side for a Cardinal team that has scored 20 goals, 18 goals, 23 against UC Davis. Very high-powered offense, 3rd in the ACC in goals per game, entering play 14th in the country, and they'll add 16 more to that total as Stanford will start the season 6-0, 3-0 in ACC play.
Braden, I think we have to give so much credit to Stanford's defense. They had 13 caused turnovers in this game, and we saw how they turned defense into phenomenal offense. Their transition play today was executed nearly perfectly. They found multiple goals off of it, and that defense really helped propel them